So, the Nissan ARIYA. It is all electric. There's no gasoline in this vehicle at all. It's about the size of a Murano, more or less. So we're looking at sort of a mid-size SUV. Seating for 5. I think it looks awesome. I really like it in black, especially with these snow tires and rims that are fitted to this one. As you can see, the weather is turning rather quickly here, so threw the snow tires on for safety. But yeah, I think it looks awesome in black. There are lots of different color combinations. They're doing like a two-tone option if you like, so you can have the roof in the black and then have the body in white or gray or whatever, or blue. But I think it looks great in black. One of my favorite things about the ARIYA is the lighting. I think they've done a really great job with the LED lighting up front. So we have, as I said, all LED lighting. You can see the sort of V lights there. Those are actually the turn signals as well. We have our LED fogs. And then what's also kind of neat, maybe a little trendy, but kind of neat, is the Nissan logo is actually illuminated as well. Not sure how well that'll pick up on camera, but it is lit up, and that's kind of neat. You'll also notice there's no grille because there's nothing to cool, really. So this is just a solid piece. Underneath the hood, it's not a frunk. That's where all the kind of guts live. So, you know, nothing to really show you there. But yeah, looks great. Little camera under there, under the emblem for the 360 camera. We have our charge ports here on the passenger side. And this is where you can use your level 2 or combo socket for level 3 charging. And we might give that a test run a little later. So that's there on the front passenger side. Give you a good look at the profile. Very nice size, perfect for families, I would say. You've got great back seat space and a sloping rear roofline, similar to what you might see in a Murano. Nice sort of short back window, gives it a very aggressive stance, I think. I also like the light bar here on the back, so kind of an homage, I think, to the 80s, in my opinion. But anyway, you get this really cool LED red light bar along the back. Nissan is just floating there in the middle. Love it. This is the Platinum Plus E-Force model. So this is the range topper. So this is the highest level trim you can get. It has 2 motors, so it's all-wheel drive. And we have the long-range battery. Shall we open the trunk? This is foot activated. I don't have the key on me, so I don't think it'll work. No. We'll just have to push the button. Great trunk size. It is, of course, powered. So we have a great trunk size back here. You can put all your stuff. The seats do fold flat, as you may expect. We also have some minimal storage under here. So this is actually where your level 1 charger that comes with the car is included. This is the subwoofer for the Bose audio, and we will talk about that. But yeah, good cargo space. We have the option to shut the trunk or shut it and lock it. Don't want to do that. As we come to the back door, something I want to highlight as a great feature, not just on the ARIYA, but on some other Nissan models as well, is they actually put the keyless entry sensors on the rear door as well as the front. So you can unlock and lock the rear doors from back here. So you don't have to come to the front, you know, hit unlock, or is it unlock, and then open the rear door. You can do all of that with the key in your bag or in your pocket from the back. And I think that is a very thoughtful feature. Back seat space is excellent. You can see here on this Platinum Plus model, we have beautiful leather seats with some Alcantara. I want to call it Alcantara. I don't know if that's actually the brand, but it's like a suede kind of material. It's perforated. It's very nice. We do have a center armrest with cup holders and a big panoramic roof, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Very nice feature. We'll hop in here. Backseat space, I think, is excellent. I'm 5'10". I've got tons of headroom, no issues there at all. Tons of knee room behind my driver's seat setting. It's a great back seat, and what's really nice about electric cars is you have no drive shaft, transmission tunnel, anything like that. So you have a perfectly flat floor back here. We do, of course, have heated rear seats for the outboard passengers. We also have a USB-C and USB-A, and some little climate vents, which is nice. Let's hop in the driver's seat. Take a look at where you want to sit. Same leather, suede, perforation on the seats. We have our E-Force placard as we enter, so you understand that this is, in fact, all-wheel drive. The first thing you notice is just how well this interior is designed. It's a really nice place to sit. Now this obviously is the Platinum Plus, so we have the same sort of Alcantara material here on the doors, all across the dash. We have some nice stitching as well. Yeah, very nice. We have some ambient lighting through these grates. You can see those all light up, which I think is pretty nifty. And the steering wheel is obviously a talking point. This is a 2-spoke steering wheel. So we have no spoke down here, which is kind of different. Again, kind of an 80s thing to me. I feel like it's a little retro, but I love it. The steering wheel itself is quite chunky, almost German feeling, which is nice. And this perforated leather is really nice as well. It is, of course, heated, as are the seats. The seats are also ventilated. So part of this perforation's job is to waft air on you to cool you off. Although today it's a little chilly, so we'll probably fire up the heated seats in a moment. Back to the driver's view. We do have a heads-up display, which you can turn on and off with the touch of a button. And then below that, we have our main display for the driver. This is, as in most modern Nissan models with this display, it is exceptional. It's bright, it's clear, very responsive, there's no lagginess, and it shows you everything you need to see in high resolution, full color, as you would expect. You can change the gauge meter view if you would like, so you can have more of a futuristic kind of thing. I enjoy the old school view personally. Our lights are over here on the stock, signal stock, and then we have our wipers over here. Very standard Nissan stuff, all good. Down here we have some buttons for our power trunk, auto hold, heads-up display, and our lane keep assist, if you want that. We have memory seating for the driver, power folding mirrors, so we can fold those in for parking. Yeah, power windows, one touch up and down for the passengers and for the rear. So one touch up and down, very nice feature as well. We have a standard rear view mirror, and at the flick of a switch, we have a camera rear view mirror. So I think because the rear window is fairly small, they give you a camera. So if you have people sitting in the back seat, their heads are blocking your view, you can just flip a switch and there you go. You get camera view, and you can adjust this angle and orientation of the camera to suit you best. But I like the good old-fashioned mirror. This floating piece of wood is sort of like your dash, and then illuminated through the wood are the buttons for your climate control, so you can control your temperature, defog settings, fan speed, auto, on and off, and recirc, all from this sort of haptic feedback panel. So when you push it, it sort of vibrates and clicks, and sort of lets you know that it got your input. And I like that. Volume knob is here, hazards, track forward and back is over here, and they're just a push button like that. Otherwise, you do everything else through the screen. So you have obviously this home page, you have your media settings, your phone, navigation, you can swipe through. And one of the nice things Nissan is doing is trying to make charging less of an issue for you. So it will show you all of the local charging stations and give you quick directions to those right within the base navigation, which I think is really nice. But then there's other apps. Alexa is built in. You have Nissan Connect services. And we even have an energy usage chart as well as a range meter. So everything you see here in white is where we can currently drive, one way anyway, with the amount of range we have. And that is 269 kilometers. So we can go anywhere in that bubble. Toronto. We could even make it to London. All over the place. So really nice feature to have. Your driving range, you can plan out charging stations, select stations. So yeah, very cool stuff. Otherwise, everything else is down here on the left. So we have our navigation, CarPlay, we have our music, and our climate. We'll just go into climate quickly just to show you lots of adjustability. And again, thoughtful design here, I think. So we can have our heated steering wheel on. You can have your heated seats on just by clicking. So you can turn that on, or cooled, or you can even set them to auto and it will sort of manage itself. Do that for the passenger as well. What I think is neat is you can have driver-only climate, which is what I have it on now. Because this is an electric car, efficiency is important. I don't need to heat the rest of the cabin. There's really no point. I'd rather just have heat on me. And so that's an energy-saving thing that I think is really smart. There's also a fan-only mode, which is essentially the fan's just blowing ambient air. You can have the fan on and only on the driver, but it's just blowing whatever the ambient temperature air is. Again, gives you that sort of fresh air without needing to heat or cool the air coming in. So another great feature. I'm a little chilly, so I'm going to turn that to climate control mode. But I thought that was neat. We can also control the rear heated seats from here if we should so choose. Down here we have our floating center console area. So this is where you select your gears. This is the new Nissan style shifter. So pull back to go into drive, push the button to go to park, etc. We have some cup holders here. We have some buttons down here as well that do different things. These are the same style capacitive sort of haptic feedback buttons. So we can change our drive modes. We do have automatic parking on this ARIYA, which is cool. Activate E-step, which we'll talk about shortly. We can move the console forward and backward so that you can get the armrest in the perfect spot, or give you easier access to your USB charging ports down here. This little storage container comes out, so you don't need to have that there. You can just have an open floor. It's very cool. Bring this back to the center. Underneath here, we do have a wireless charging pad for our cell phones. And we have this button, which opens up the middle glove box for you, which is also kind of a tray. You could lean your phone up, I guess, if you're eating lunch or something. In there, I've got my wallet and some other stuff, so there's a little storage area there. And then we close it. The touch of a button. Neat.